Hello everybody, my name is Ryan or MandRproductions, and welcome to my review of the LEGO Star Wars 8092 Luke's Landspeeder. This set is recommended for ages 7 to 12 and it includes 163 pieces. It retailed for $24.99 when it was released back in 2010 as a Walmart exclusive, and you can see the special edition marking on the box. It also included 6 minifigures, although one of them isn't really a minifigure. I don't really count the Sentry Droid as a minifigure, but if you want to count all of them that you see on the bottom right of the box, you can call it 6. Taking a look at the instruction manual, it's just the regular instruction manual we get. It has the same warning for a choking hazard that we see on the box, and nothing really different about it. Also interesting in here, for those of you that care, is the rest of the Spring 2010 line. First up, we have R2-D2, who is a nice minifigure to receive in this set. Of course, he does go well with this. It's accurate to the movie, and he, of course, does look very stellar. I like the print on his head. I think it looks very good if I get you a better angle around back here. Unfortunately, there is nothing on the back of his kind of torso droid body type thing, but he is the typical R2-D2 model that we see very often. Again, very detailed on the front here with the droid body, but nothing on the back. Again, another good look here on the front. Definitely looks pretty cool, and if we zoom in, you can see there are a lot of little details there that you might not see at first glance. The Sentry Droid is a pretty simple build. It's just kind of a few pieces with a red stud to give it a look like it has power going to it, and then it has an antenna coming out the back to give it a little bit of added detail. On the bottom, it has a stand so that it can stand up and kind of stand up with your collection or wherever you're going to put it, so that it's not just kind of a detached droid piece, which would kind of look worse in my opinion. I definitely like keeping it on the stand. I think it looks a lot worse when it's detached like this. This is the Sand Trooper, and unfortunately he's not quite as detailed as some of the Sand Troopers we get today, but he still serves the purpose. He has a black pauldron, a regular sized black gun, and then a black backpack with a couple of lightsaber blades to add a little bit of detail to it. Nothing too special with this minifigure, just kind of the same old torso. They hadn't moved on to the new torso yet, and underneath you're going to find yourself a black head. It would have been nice if LEGO had done something special besides the pauldron and backpack for this minifigure, but then again I can see why they didn't. C-3PO is the third droid minifigure we get in this set, and he uses the old design on his torso and back, and no leg printing, no arm printing, nothing too special, no printing on the eyes, just a very simple mold minifigure. Got a goldish yellow color. He's kind of a goldish brown color. He's a very, very pearly color. I don't know. Very nice though. I definitely like this minifigure. Still looks cool, still holds up by today's standards in my opinion, and I definitely like him. He's a great addition to the collection and a welcome minifigure. Here's Obi-Wan, or Ben Kenobi. He's a pretty simple minifigure as well. No leg printing, no back printing, just a very plain minifigure, but that's okay. I think you can see his torso is basically a Jedi robe, and then he's got kind of a worried looking face on there with a plain gray hair and gray beard as well. He does come with a blue lightsaber, which you'll also see with Luke Skywalker. And lastly, here is Luke Skywalker with his luscious locks. He does, of course, include that blue lightsaber I mentioned just a minute ago, but we are missing some back printing. There is no back printing on this minifigure, so nothing too special. No second face, nothing extra. Of course, his hairpiece you can see as we go around, but his torso and legs do have printing. His leg printing looks pretty darn good. The printing does continue very well down to the legs through the hip piece there. You can definitely tell that they put some time and effort into this minifigure, and I definitely applaud them for doing so. It looks very, very cool. And now with the minifigures out of the way, we can take a look at Luke's Landspeeder. I'm pretty excited as this was one of the first Landspeeder redesigns we had in about 5 years at the time. So, of course, the newer design that we get with the Mos Eisley Cantina from 2014 is very similar to this. This was a big departure from what we had before. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and show off what it can do. It can do a few things which are pretty cool. It definitely has a good look to it. I definitely like the look to it. I love these little rods down here. I also just love the way it looks. It's just amazing. I don't know. It's got these slanted pieces with the grills. Definitely a very sleek looking set. If you look at it from the side, underneath it's got the inverted tiles so that you can run it along whatever you want. You can also run it along Lego studs very easily. The windshield is a very nice curved clear pane. I definitely love that. And then of course you can see the damaged engine over here. On the top we just kind of have some exhaust ports and a grill here for a little bit of added detail. One of the main features, of course, is that you can sit minifigures inside of the seats, and we'll just go ahead and plop Ben Kenobi down here in one seat, and of course Luke Skywalker is going to be driving in the other. There is a nice little steering wheel in there for those of you that care about that. It's a very cool little steering wheel. It's just kind of hidden in there, which is very nice that it's not kind of out there and makes it look less Star Wars. It's a very Star Wars looking steering wheel. It's kind of really hidden in there, and I definitely applaud the designers for that one. As we move around back, though, there's another feature, and that is the liftable engine area here. And what you can put in here are Luke's lightsabers, and you can also put guns in here, but I really just kind of keep the lightsabers in here. Now, you would hope that you could fit it in full ways, or the full lightsaber, but unfortunately you can't. You actually have to take the hilt off of the blade and put them in separately, but luckily you can fit both Luke's and Ben Kenobi's in there, or Obi-Wan, whoever you want to call him, and they both fit in there nicely with plenty of room to spare. So you can put other stuff in there too if you have extra accessories that you want to place in there. We can also sit C-3PO on here very easily. He just plops right down there, and he's going to sit right there. And we can also put R2-D2 on the other side if you want to, although it doesn't quite look the best. You can have him hanging off like that, or you can do it an easier way and have him flipped around like this, and that looks a little bit better. You can also turn his head to get the full effect, just like that. And just to help kind of get the full scene kind of visualized here, you can bring in your Stormtrooper minifigure and your Sentry Droid to have them flying in towards Luke's Landspeeder to kind of recreate the scene from Episode 4 where they ask, are these the droids you're looking for? Hey, that rhymed. Overall, this is a great set. I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10 and would definitely recommend it to you guys if you guys can pick it up for anywhere near retail price back when it was released. So if you guys already have one, you're in luck. If you don't, I really recommend you get one. It's got a great minifigure selection and, of course, a great Luke's Landspeeder to complement that. With that being said, though, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Please leave a like down below if you did enjoy. Comment down below as well. And subscribe so you don't miss more of my future LEGO videos. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.